That is an absolutely stunning sunset. Part 1 of this video was epic. Part 2 of this video is just unbelievable. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire. And unfortunately, the sun that was here earlier on has disappeared. It's got a little bit colder, so the gloves are on. And well, this is a part 2. Part 1 was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. We've got my first medieval hammered silver coin of 2025 with a few excellent little relics and coins as well, so don't miss it. As ever, if you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button and help support my channel. Right, I'm itching to go. I'm on the field that I started on. I've just had lunch. I did four and a bit hours this morning. Absolutely phenomenal. But I've got another 2 fields over in that direction, over the other side of the hill, that are both stubble and I've never detected in them. So I'm desperate just to give them a try. I'm going to work my way through this field, which I've got probably 500 or 600 metres to walk before I make it to the next field. So let's see if we can find some treasures. Right. Let's go. Plenty of targets in this field, that's for sure. I know Simon was out yesterday on his permission and I think he said he detected for about 6.5 hours. And I think he said he only dug 7 holes, which is pretty awful in terms of volume of finds. But unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes. This field, oh my goodness, that's frozen down there. This field is really chock full of finds, lots and lots of targets. Might not be able to get this on a live dig. I'll take one more out, and if it's not out, I might need to turn you off. No, I think we're through the frozen layer. That's it there. But we are out. Oh, that is it there. Is that silver? No. No, that's not even metal. No, it is. I thought that was porcelain or something. Well, I don't know what that is. It's like a sort of enamel coating on top of metal. Maybe part of a button. Some sort of button. Yeah, it could be. Could be a button. Well, if you know, let me know. 10 minutes on the clock and this is hole number 4. Quite a bit of lead again, which isn't surprising. Doesn't sound quite as good now, unfortunately. Could well be more lead. I don't think we're in here. It's getting smaller. Is that a stone? Yep, that's a stone. Well, it's getting a lot smaller. Oh, it's lead. Well, it's lead, but it's good lead. Oh, it's a... Oh, what is that? I was going to say it's a button, but I don't see a hole yet. Gloves are off. That's weird. That is very weird. Right. Zoom you in. Is that a hole in the middle? I don't think so. I don't see anything on the other side. It is lead and it's round and it's got a little recess. A little notch. But I don't see a hole. So, it's a mystery. What is that, folks? If you know, let me know. It was a 97, it was a screamer, it was too good to be true, and, well, it's kind of round and green. Tell you what, it could be a coin. God, that's a real chunky coin if it is a coin. Well, look at the thickness of that. It could be a medallion. It's got that quite big pronounced rim round the outside edge. But it's very heavy. So it's copper, and that's why it sounded so good. It must have been very shallow as well. Right, what a day. Right, I'll clean this up and get back to you, so you can get some detail. And there we go, folks. We got a little bit of detail on it. So there's a coat of arms on the back. You can see some lettering around the outside edge. Nothing really jumping out at me. I wonder if it could be the coat of arms of Dundee, which is a city not that far away from where I am on the east coast. And some of you identified a previous medallion that was maybe even the same one, although this does seem a little bit smaller, as being about a royal visit to Dundee in the 1900s. So that could be the coat of arms of Dundee. I'll need to look them up online when I get home. And on that side, it's difficult to see, but there are two heads, not one but two. I'm not quite sure which way is up and which way is not up. I think that's up. Yeah, that's up. It looks like there's a crown on their head. Just a wee gentle rub. So yes, there's two heads side by side. Now my guess would be it's probably George V. And so sometime between 1910 and 1936. There are some letters. Definitely says King. Well, it could be Edward actually. King, and I think it says ED. So, yeah, I think it's King Edward. In which case, it is Dirty Bertie. And his wife was it Alexandra of Denmark, I think was his wife. So that would put it a bit earlier. That would be the father of George V. So that would be 1901 to 1910. So they must have made a little visit somewhere in this area, and this is a commemorative medallion, probably handed out to people who attended or to schools to commemorate the visit. So there you go, nice little bit of social history, and another one for the museum. It's either a coin or a button. 76. Maybe a coin, you know. I think it is. Let's get the gloves off again. Well, I only got that medallion literally right there, so plenty of targets again. So it's kind of halfpenny size. Yeah, it's definitely a coin. I think I can see Regina, so that means it's going to be a lady, Queen Regina. So it might well be another Victoria. Right, get back to you in a second. As suspected, it is indeed Queen Victoria. So you just make her out starting to fade in with her bun head. Took the throne in 1837, if I remember rightly. It is a halfpenny, and on the other side we do have a date. So you see Britannia, you'll see halfpenny, and at the bottom 1864. So 37, 47, 57, 64. So what's that? 20. Oh my goodness. What did I say? 1864. So 27 years. Is that right? Oh my goodness. 27 years. Put myself under pressure there, didn't I? But still, it is another coin. Not in the best of condition, but still, it's a coin. Fantastic. Well, we got our first drawer handle of 2025. Still waiting on the first door knob of 2025, but piece of furniture, probably Victorian, 1830s through to early 1900s. Oh, we've got a nice one down here. Definite coin contender, but look, this is what metal detectorists like to see. Watch, look at that stubble just falling over. That's one of the benefits of having had frost. It's killing off all the barley stubble, making it easier to detect. Because when it's freshly cut, it's an absolute nightmare. Well, I think that's going to be a coin. Really nice, crisp target. Oh, it's a ring thing. Is that a ring thing? It is. Well, I can see why I was fooled, because it is copper. Well, it could be... hard to say. going to say it could be like a ring brooch. I think there's actually maybe writing round the edge. Right, I'm going to clean this up and get back to you. I'm undecided. It is a chunky little thing. I'm sure I can see either letters or decoration on that side around the edge. So it could be a ring brooch, could be part of a button, some sort of clothing fitting. I don't think it's a washer, but well, if you know, or if you can see anything, then let me know in the comments below. Worthy of a live dig. I think I've said that about 40 times today, and probably 38 times I've been wrong. It's an 84 though. Ground is a little bit frozen. Come on, second time lucky. Maybe. Maybe. There is something, and it's, oh, is it a buckle, or is it just a, it's a thing. And don't worry, I'm not being shot at, it's just a bird scarer, I think. It's something. Not quite sure what, but it's something. It's thin, and well, it's a mystery. If you know, comment below. Here we go. Well, this is field number 2 behind me. So I've done 5.5 hours on the field over that side, which has produced some spectacular finds, really spectacular. I could probably spend weeks in that field and keep finding stuff, but the grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it? When you've got other fields and other permissions. Now, I've never detected this field, I've never detected the one beyond it, so you just want to do a few hours, just walk through, see if there's any hot spots, see if there's anything ancient, and if they're fairly quiet or they're nowhere near as good as the previous field, I can always go back there. So, someone's shooting again. So yeah, let's go and see if we can find any more treasures. Within a minute, oh, drop the spade. Within a minute we've got a digger in the new field. Oh, soft enough anyway. Softer than I was expecting. Ugh, out you pop. We're in the clod. Stone. There we go. We're in the clod. Right. Aha. Whoa. We've got our first musket ball. Wow, that's a whopper, that one. More like a small cannonball than a musket ball. You do get some really big calibers, and this is about as big as you get. You do wonder what they were hunting. Elephants? It's been fired, it's got a dimple in it, I can feel it already. Oh, I dropped it, but there it is. So there you go. One musket ball, been fired, a couple of nicks in it, a little dimple on that end. And that is a big old musket ball. Probably a later one, I would say, going by the size of it. So probably 17 into the 1800s, early 1800s. But still, a very nice find and a good sign on the first hole. Signal number 2, and we're just literally 6 feet. There's the musket ball that I just got, and right here is, well, it's a very similar sound. 86. Oh, up you get. One more, and then we'll get the pinpointer. Oh, a bit harder digging this field. The stubble, oh, it's vanished. On the spade, stuck to the spade. Right, coinage, musket ball, or none of the above. Well, it looks quite round. as in coin-like, not as in musket ball-like. We could have a coin. And I think we do have a coin. Yes. Looks Georgian. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think that's a coin. Fantastic. And I would say it's going to be Georgian looking at the shape and the size of it. But can we get in off it? It's very frustrating when you get a coin and you just cannot get an identification on it. It, as a copper, it's halfpenny size. And I think it's one of the Georgies. I think you can just make out the start of Georgius down in the bottom corner there. So it's either going to be George the First, which would be 1714 to 1727. It's either then going to be his son, George the Second, which would be 1727 to 1760. And George the Second, unfortunately, his son Frederick died about 9 years before he did. So it passed to his grandson, George the Third. So that'd be sometime between 1760 and 1820. So I think it's one of the three, based on the fact I think I can just make out Georgius. So, still, it's an old coin, and when I find them next to musket balls, I do wonder, was someone being shot at and dropped their coin? We'll never know. We could have a button, and it could be, it could be a military button, because it's that classic dome shape. We've got the shank on the back. I was literally just saying to myself not half an hour ago, I cannot understand why I haven't had any buttons. Normally a button is the most common of all the finds that we get, but they've been completely and utterly missing. So yeah, it looks like it's got something on it. Can't quite make it out yet, but I'll let it dry out off shot and I'll get back to you, see if we can get some detail. Oh, could be an anchor. So there we go. It is a button, and it is naval. That is an anchor with a sort of ribbon round it. It could be Merchant Navy, could be Royal Navy, but I've also had a few buttons that people have said are Kriegsmarine, so German Navy. Probably prisoners of war from the First or Second World War, because there were a lot of German and Italian prisoners of war who were put to work on the fields for agriculture during the wars. Lovely. It's got to be. How many times have I said that? I'm going to get one of them right eventually. 86, 87, definitely coin-like. Maybe a buckle actually, if that is the target, which I think it is. We've got a couple of jets going over top. It is a buckle. It's a webbing buckle, so that's kind of like a military type. I think, but yeah. We certainly, off the field next door, we had quite a few military items, Canadian military badge, British military badge. So the army were around, so it could well be from manoeuvres in the 1939-45 period or earlier. Nice. It's another mystery object. When I find these things, I often want to know what they were. Now this is lead. All this stuff here is lead. You can see it's got some sort of decorated lines, but it's got this little thing stuck in the end which has got a little rilled edge on it, so it's for twisting. But why would you make something out of lead? No idea. Mystery. So if you know, let me know. Oh, we've got a doubler here. So we've got a nice sounding 82. And we've got an even better sounding 88. And they both seem pretty small targets. Are they going to be coins? Ugh. Take one more and we'll get the sword out, the knife out even, not the sword. Well, still sounds promising. Oh, got myself tangled up. There we go. Ah, it's aluminium, is it? I don't believe it's a bottle top. Ah, what a nightmare. Right, have we got another bit of a bottle top? Only one way to find out. Okay, take two. It's definitely better sounding. Oh, it's a stone. It's better. 88. 88. Might be slightly in the wrong place. Somewhere there, maybe. Oh. We're out. Still sounding pretty good. I said that last time though. Where's it gone? What is there? What's there? Oh, I think we've got a silver. I think we've got a silver. And get that turned off. It's silver on the other side. Get my glove off. Nearly. It's silver. It is silver. 100%. It's a silver coin. It's a very smooth silver coin. Probably a sixpence. And I've dropped it. There it is there. Don't know yet. Is it a George the Third? Looks like it's looking to the right hand side. Zoom me in a bit. I think it's George the Fourth. I think that might be George the Fourth. Don't get many George the Fourths. That is... yeah, possibly George the Fourth. Right, I'll get back to you in a wee second. It is not George the Fourth. It is William the Fourth. It starts Gavilimus, GV, Gavilum, I think it is. So, William the Fourth, he was quite a rare coin. I mean, I think silver, certainly, I've probably had less than 5 ever. He ruled from, it was a relatively short period of time. I think it was 1830. Was it 1830? Yeah, I think it was. I think it was 1830. His brother, George the Fourth, who I thought it initially was, he died without children, so it went to his brother William. And he ruled, I think, from 1830 to 1837. And then it passed to his niece, who was Queen Victoria. So George the Fourth was the last of the Hanoverian kings. He died without legitimate living children, which is why it passed to Victoria. And on the other side is completely blank. There is nothing there that I can see, but you'll see it fading in. And that is what it would have looked like. I think it's a sixpence looking at the size of it. But a pretty decent amount of money. 1830, 1837, buying power probably, well, it's going to be 12 pints of beer, isn't it? But it could be even more than that. It could be like 18 pints of beer. But it'll be high content silver. It's got a little milled edge. And it's a bit worn on this side, but at least it's identifiable, because I would have probably thought if it was smooth, I'd have probably thought it was a Victoria. So we've got a lovely silver coin. Fantastic. And as I say, he's pretty rare. I think I've had less than 5 silver William the Fourths. I'm pretty sure it is William the Fourth, but no doubt someone will let me know if I've got the wrong guy, but I think it is. Brilliant. Over the moon with that. I've just jumped into field number 3, maybe got, I don't know, 45 minutes of daylight left, so I just wanted to have a little taster of it just to see. We're straight in with a fairly solid 90, which is definite Georgian copper coinage territory. Oh, and I think we've got a coin straight away again. I can see it right there, look. Now that is a little perfect coin. What a start, honestly. I can't do any wrong with these fields. I think we might get a bit of detail off that. It's copper, so the copper coins, I don't wet them. I know a few people have asked what I do and don't do, but I just let them dry out and then I get the bendy thumb on them, a little toothbrush, because if you wet them, the surface can just fall off and you lose all the detail. So, back to you in a second. It is indeed a George III copper halfpenny. You'll see them fading in. It's the later variety. There would have been a date at the bottom, probably something like 1806 or something like that. He ruled from 1716 to 1820. I think this type of coin came in around about 1800, so it'll be sometime between 1800 and 1820. Mr. Potato Head, George III. Britannia would be on the back, unless of course it was an Irish version, but I don't think so, because I think that's Britannia right there. And again, not an unreasonable amount of money to lose, but obviously George III, unfortunately for him, is remembered for his mental health, the madness of King George. Beautiful coin, lovely, great start. This one didn't sound great, but now it's had a few spade fills out. What's that? What is that? Well, it's a thing. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's a horse. It's a horse brass. I think it's a horse brass, but it looks like it's been melted. And if it's not a horse brass, it's the surround for a doorknob for some sort of dresser or writing cabinet. Maybe it is that, because it's probably been set on fire. 1900s. It's a screamer, too good to be true. Shallow bottle cap, I think. But I'm going to film it just so, if I'm wrong, then you get to see whatever it is. I suspect I'm right though. I mean, it could be a shallow bit of lead. No, it's not. Well, it's another coin. 95. Well, it's 91 now, so Georgian copper again, I think. And, well, beautiful. Beautiful, right. Almost looks a bit silvery, doesn't it? I think it's just the way the soil is. Okay, I will get this cleaned up and get back to you. Alright, I've not really done anything with this, but you know what? I don't know if that is actually silver. It doesn't look it on the back, but on that side, that definitely looks like silver coming through. So I think it could be a silver coin, or it's a forgery. It's a plated forgery. We do get them. We do get them, but look at the big line round the edge, and it looks like Gothic writing. So I would say that almost looks like a Victorian florin. That kind of writing, but it could be a forged version of it, which should also explain the really unusual high readout. I'm going to see if I can clean it up any more off camera and see, maybe we have to leave this until we get home. Okay, this is one to leave until we get home, I think. I think it is silver or silver plated. It does look like Gothic typeface, which makes me immediately think of a Gothic florin. But I don't want to do any damage. I'm just going to leave that just to dry out by itself. The other side doesn't look so silvery, so I think it could be a forgery. But chunky little coin, could be a Victorian Gothic florin forgery. But Well, we'll tidy it up later on, but what are your initial thoughts? Let me know. Right, I don't want to get too excited, right, but I've hit a 59. Still reading a 58, 59, and it looks like silver. And if it is silver, that could be a hammered silver. Oh, it definitely looks like it's got a bit of... Oh, I don't believe it! It's like, is it a rivet or something? Oh, it's got a thread on it. I don't believe it. Oh, I thought I was in there. It's lead. It's malleable, so it's lead. You know what it is? It's the top off of a squeezy bottle. You know, a squeezy tube, like for toothpaste or something. It's got the maker around it. Oh, I don't believe that. Oh, I thought I had another hammered silver. Ah, well, at least I've had one. Now look at that for a beautiful sunset. Absolutely stunning evening. Honestly, it's just a pleasure to metal detect in such beautiful surroundings. And we're not done yet because my spade we might have our first doorknob. Put my glove back on, it's getting cold. Might have our first doorknob of 2025. It's quite high pitch, like maybe brass. And we're out. First hole, we are out. Gloves off again. We've got a clod. Got a clod. Oh, I'll tell you what, I think it could be. It is. It's another silver. Could be another calendar. That looks like a silver. Oh, it's a silver. Look at the size of that. I think it's George III. I think that is George III. It is a massive silver coin. Oh, it's an absolute cracker. Look at the size of that. Oh my God. What a day. What a day this is. Oh my goodness me. This field well, these fields, all three of these fields, absolutely epic. It is a George III. It must be a half crown. It's bigger than a shilling, that's for sure. That is an absolute monster of a silver coin. 1819. It is George III, 1 year before his death. And I think it's going to be a half crown. Britannium, I think it is. The light is not great. That is, yeah, it is Britannium round here. Rex Fid Def, Defender of the Faith. We have got an absolutely massive silver George III. Look at that! Right, I'm going to dry this off camera and get back to you before I have a heart attack. I am slowly losing the will to speak, to live, to... What am I saying? Never mind. Right, start again. This is take number 3 trying to get this right because I can't get the words out. That is an absolutely stunning George III by the grace of God. 1819, big Mr. Potato Head. Looking to the right hand side, and on the other side we have got Britannium Rex Fid Def, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith. And then a slightly worn shield which would have had Scotland, Ireland, in the centre would be Hanover, 3 lines of England, you can just see there. That is an absolutely stunning coin. I think it is a half crown. It doesn't say on it, but I think that's a half crown. Pretty certain that's a half crown. And I can't even remember what a half crown's worth. I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. Now, we've had a few counterfeit ones of these recently. Pete got a fake one last year, I think it was. And you might remember the Hoover boys were over in October of last year. And who found it? I don't think it was John. I can't remember. But one of the Hoover boys found a fake one of these. It was silver plated. Exactly the same as this. Identical, but it was a forgery. You can see the light is starting to go. And my brain is starting to go as well. Right, I want to keep going because we've probably got another 15-20 minutes of daylight left. And that's 2 silver coins I've had out of this field. Well, assuming the other one is a silver. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I've got another absolute screamer. 1991. This is the field of screamers, I tell you. Oh, a bit harder the ground here. $1991 still, and you get now it's saying 99, so it probably is too good to be true. It must be deep. It must be deep. Okay, I'll have to get back to you and dig this a little deeper. Well, it's out, but my goodness, that was deep. I don't know what it is, because to be honest, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be a big horseshoe or something like that. The depth that I was going to. That cannot be a tin can. Oh, nearly fell over. That is it. You know what, it might not be a... Is that a pocket watch? You know what, that might be. It might be. I might be on the silver again. Oh my goodness. If that is, then that is... I think it is. I think that is a pocket watch case. Well, it would explain why it was a screamer, because normally they're really high silver content. It's got this bit here which looks like the rim. It's damaged. Look, it's actually just about ready to snap. It is actually just snapped. I think that is a pocket watch. And if it is, it's going to have hallmarks. Not that I'm going to be able to see them in this light. But there you are. Well, I'm going to stick that together and put that in my pocket. I think that's a pocket watch. It is a pocket watch. Darn, I've just dropped the bit. Right, okay, I'm going to put this away. I think it is a pocket watch because there's the winding hole there. So it looks like we've got a massive bit of silver. Probably weighs about an ounce. Unbelievable. Right. Okay, I'll get back to you. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I got it back. I'm so glad I filmed that because I thought that was too good to be true. But we've just got a massive silver coin and then we've backed it up with a massive silver pocket watch case. Unbelievable. What a day. I am shaking. I really am. My hand is trembling. You'll hear in the distance, you might hear the pheasants all chatting to one another. That's them getting ready for their bed. What a sunset that is. Absolutely stunning. And what a field. What a day. What a... Oh my goodness me. I don't want to stop, but I'm going to have to because it's going to be pitch black soon. I got mud all over my face. that was unbelievable. Part 1 was exceptional. Part 2 is even better than part 1. Unbelievable. This field in particular, well, these fields in particular are brilliant. This field, it looks like I've got 3 big silvers out this field, albeit the first one looks like potentially a counterfeit. I really don't know. I'll have to have a proper look at it when I get home. But what a way to end the day. 2 massive bits of silver and an unbelievable sunset. Right, I'm going to have to do a summary in the light box because I'm not going to have enough daylight. I can't even see that pocket watch if it's got any hallmarks, but it must have. It must be silver to be such a screamer of a target. So let's go and have a wee look in the light box. What a day. Well, you might have realised this is not the light box. And the reason for that is I've gone away for a few days. I've left the stuff in Perthshire and I'm not in Perthshire. So unfortunately, no light box. But this phenomenal day deserves a light box because part 1 and part 2 were absolutely epic. So as soon as I get back home, I'll do a wee short video from the light box. So my apologies, but it's coming soon. Take care. What a day. What an incredible, incredible day. Farmer's going to be delighted, especially that George III. Unbelievable. What a absolutely phenomenal day's digging. Part 1 was exceptional. Part 2 was just even better. Absolutely brilliant. So someone is still shooting away. I'm lost for words, I really am. So I've literally just looked, there is where the watch came from, right there. That is my last target. I'm not going to do any more because I've got to get back to the car, which is going to take me 15 minutes to walk. It'll be pitch black by the time I get there, and then I need to get home. So as ever, thank you all for watching. What a start to 2025. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the button, and hopefully I'll bring you even more videos like this. Take care, and thank you all for watching. See you soon. Now, how about this for a way to end a spectacular day? My goodness. Scotland at its very best. Absolutely gorgeous.